Hi everyone, quick bonus review for this weekend. I've started getting a couple of things out of my storage room so we can have a look at them on the channel. Try and save a little bit of money so you can look at things I've already bought without having to buy new things. That being said, lots of new things coming in the new week. So what we're going to have a look at here today, let me just turn the music down. I'm always having to turn the music down. I never get it the right volume on the first try. Okay, so what we're having a look at today is the Encore re-release of the 1987 Twincast. We have the original blaster here for comparison. So there was an Encore series that Takara Tomy released. And that began in 2007. I'm looking at my computer. And they released a whole bunch of the original figures, with some accessories and differences and paints. And this is the one I managed to get. I didn't actually have a blaster at that point, so it was really cool to get this as my first mold. Now, there are differences that we'll talk about after. But let's have a look at this box, because this is a Takara Tomy one, and these always look pretty. Now, I've got all the accessories out so we can have a look at that as well, but I can't find where I've put the cassette cases for the tape bots. But apart from that, I've got everything here for us to have a look at. And they're just clear cases, it doesn't matter. So there's the side, and you can see we've got Stripes and Nightstalker in here as well. And there's the back, and because this is Takara Tomy, it's got all the Headmaster stuff on it, because that's when Twincast was in the cartoon in the Japanese version. I'm not great with Transformer history. I do read a lot of it, but then I forget it. I just forget lots of things. Bad memory. Here's the bottom. Looking cool. And yeah, the other side's exactly the same. And there's how to transform him. And you know what? That's almost entirely the instructions. There is nothing to transforming these guys. Good old G1 stuff. So there we go. That's the cool looking box. Some of the boxes I do keep. And what we have here is a G1 Twincast. Ooh. I don't know where that's come from. What we have here is a G1 Twincast. Oh, that's probably from the Jurassic Park Funko Kinder Pop I just did. Anyway, this is Blaster. Now, if I remember right, sorry, Sound Blaster. No, he's just Blaster here, isn't he? Yeah, my brain's not working. Sound Blaster is Soundwave in this cartoon. We'll get there. So Blaster gets destroyed and remade in the Japanese cartoon, and he becomes Twincast, and he gets all different colours. So they re-released him in, I think, 1987 with these colours. What they also did was they gave him a double-sized chest so he can fit 2 tapes in. And you can hopefully see the difference there. You see how Twincast's is a lot thicker. Whoop, there. And yeah, oh, what else? There was a little bit of extra moulding. No, nothing else. The biggest other difference is that these are all stickers on Blaster, and these are all tampoed, painted on Twincast. So I guess the first thing we'll have a look at is we will pop out the tape boys. So we have Nightstalker and Stripes, and I also have, I think it's Combiner Wars Stripes, because that's the only other Stripes I have in my collection. And the tape bots are just the same as usual, except different decos. So this would be Ravage. This is Ravage's mold, but turned into a tiger. Oh, these little things here are supposed to be like, I guess, tech spec sort of thing where I'm going to have to put both tapes in to actually show this. This eject button is getting old and stiff. So you can see it's on both the tapes, that little sticker. And what that's supposed to be is showing the vulnerable points of Scorponok. Doesn't work that well, but cute little feature. Wow. We're never going to see the tape bots again. Give me a second. Oh, I got it open and we're not putting them in there ever again. So you can see in there for now. And that's now going to stay closed forever. So back to the tape bots. We've got stripes here. There's all stripes over there. And yeah, it's just a recolor of Ravage with all the same transformation and articulation. And he's got the little metal bits for his legs. I think that's cool. I love the recolor, making him look like a little tiger. Could be a Tasmanian tiger. And you can see the colours much better on the other side. And then we have a remold of Steeljaw. Not remold, recolor of Steeljaw. And this is Nightstalker. So what do we do? What do we do? We pull his legs out. And again, you got the metal legs on front and back. And then we pull his tail up. Come here, tail. And then we pull that out. And then we get his little head out, which is fighting me. There we go. And the last thing we do is kind of curve this up to make it look like he's got a mane at the top. And the tape painting on both of these was fantastic as well. It's some of the most tape-looking tapes of all the tapes, if you know what I'm talking about. There's not a lot of paint on this one though. Gold eyes. A couple of rub symbols on each of them as well. Does exactly what you think it would. Oh look, he's an Autobot. Never would have known. And here's Twincast. So you can see all of this really, really lovely tampo detail in comparison to the stickers, which you'll see here on Blaster. So almost identical. So transforming these guys is simple. Just pop that out, and then we pull the legs all the way out, and then clip that one in and clip that one in, pull them all the way down, and then compress them, pull out his toesies, and you can see some more of that nicely tampo detail. And then we pull his arms out, and you can see most of the metal in this guy is actually just in his joints and stuff. So pull those out like that, pull each arm down, and then the hands out and turn them around, hand out and turn them around, push them back in. Ugh, very stiff. And then flip his head up and turn it around. And there we have Twincast. And we can now give Twincast his weapon. Is this the big red gun? Yeah, he gets the red one. So you can have a look at his weapon there. Sorry about it being so dusty. The storage room needs work. And there you can see his head with the gold and the silver. And some more of those tampo details as well. And now, one thing I did forget was to put the weaponry on our little tapey pets. So they just get the same weaponry, although shifted to a different figure as Ravage and Steeljaw. So the Steeljaw mold gets what were Ravage's guns, and then the Ravage gets what were Steeljaw's guns. You'll see they're all nice and chrome. If you can hear a cat in the background, he's just trying to join in me talking. He likes talking when I talk. He thinks it's a conversation. Yeah, all nice and chrome and very cool looking. And you can see how they emulated that with the gold there. So what we'll do is we'll quickly transform Blaster. And there's Blaster's gun. You'll see how that's identical to Twincast's, except black. So, quick transformation of Blaster in exactly the same way. Flip out his foots, and then you got more of those stickers instead of tampos. And flip out his arms. And again, stickers instead of tampos, but it's exactly the same design, just different colours. And then flip his head up and around. And he does the same thing, except his mechanism isn't anywhere near as stiff. And the last thing I'm going to do for comparison, while we finish this review up, well, it's not really a review, it's just a quick look. This is a modern blaster. You can see, unfortunately, I've got some of that photo degradation going on. There's a few of my figures that have got that, unfortunately. It's from the time when the plastic wasn't great. So there you go. Nice little look at Twincast and Blaster and the Blaster family. Hope you're all having a good day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Even drop a comment, have a chat. That'd be nice too. Bye.